Hey there, mystery lovers and aspiring writers. Welcome to The Murder School, your weekly dose of killer writing tips and tricks. I'm your host, Jackie Sharp, and no, I'm not here to teach you how to get away with murder in real life. We'll leave that to the experts. Instead, we're diving into the world of crafting captivating murder mysteries that will keep your readers up all night, turning pages and guessing who done it. Whether you're a seasoned author or just starting out, The Murder School is here to help you sharpen your skills and unlock the secrets to writing a masterful mystery. Each week we'll explore different aspects of the craft, from creating complex characters and clever clues to building suspense and nailing that shocking plot twist. We'll also delve into the nitty-gritty of self-publishing, sharing tips and strategies for getting your murder mystery out into the world and into the hands of eager readers. So grab your notebook, your favourite writing snack, and maybe a magnifying glass for good measure, and join me every Monday for a new lesson at The Murder School. Together, we'll unravel the mysteries of writing a killer story. And remember, the only thing we're murdering here is writer's block. Hey there, crime fiction enthusiasts and aspiring mystery writers. Welcome to episode 1 of The Murder School. Today we're going to dive into the essential decisions you need to make before you write a single word of that mystery story that's been whirring around your mind. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Researching the world of crime fiction genres, categories, subgenres, and tropes sounds a little boring, right? But trust me, it's an absolute must if you want to write the best crime book you can, one that your readers will devour and beg for more. These literary labels might seem like a bunch of technical jargon, but they're essential tools for any writer looking to craft a gripping crime story that keeps readers on the edge of their seats. And here's the thing, these concepts are far from new. In fact, they all boil down to one crucial element, the ability to serve your readers' expectations. When someone picks up your book and starts reading, you want them to get exactly what they signed up for, and that's been the focus of crime writers practically since the genre began. Take the Detection Club, for example. Founded way back in 1930, this group of British mystery writers came together to discuss their craft and set some ground rules for the genre. These rules, known as the 10 Commandments of Detective Fiction, were designed to ensure fair play for the reader and to establish a set of standards for the genre. One of the biggest rules was that the reader must have the same opportunity as the detective to solve the mystery. This means no withholding crucial information or pulling solutions out of thin air at the end of the book. Now, some of those rules might be a bit outdated by today's standards, but the idea of serving the reader is not only relevant, but absolutely vital if you want to build a loyal fan base for all your books. So let's start with the basics. When we talk about the crime fiction genre, we're referring to the overarching term for stories that revolve around criminal activities and the pursuit of justice. It encompasses a wide range of subgenres, each with its own unique characteristics and reader expectations. Whether you're into gritty police procedurals, cozy mysteries, or psychological thrillers, there's a crime fiction subgenre out there for every taste. Now let's explore some of the most popular categories and subgenres within crime fiction. One classic category is the detective novel, where a professional or amateur sleuth solves a puzzling crime. Within this category, you'll find subgenres like the hard-boiled detective story, characterized by a tough, cynical protagonist navigating a corrupt world, and the cozy mystery, which features an amateur detective solving crimes in a quaint small-town setting. Another major category in crime fiction is the police procedural, which focuses on the day-to-day work of law enforcement officers as they investigate crimes. This category often emphasizes realism and authenticity, with detailed descriptions of police procedures and forensic techniques. Subgenres within this category include the buddy cop story, where two mismatched police officers team up to solve a case, and the serial killer thriller, which follows the hunt for a deranged murderer. It's crucial to decide which category and subgenre your book will fall into, because readers have specific expectations when they pick up a certain type of crime novel. For example, if you characterize your story as a cozy mystery, but include explicit, gory and violent scenes, your reader is going to be disappointed and frustrated. Not only will you likely receive a negative review, but worse still, that reader probably won't come back for your next book. So take some time to think about what kind of crime fiction book you want to write. And once you've made that decision, make sure you research the common tropes found in your chosen subgenre. Tropes are the familiar story elements that readers know and love, the building blocks of a satisfying crime tale. Some classic crime fiction tropes include the locked room mystery, where a crime is committed in a seemingly impossible setting, the red herring, a misleading clue that leads investigators and readers astray, and the race against time, where the detective must solve the crime before the clock runs out. Remember, genre, categories, and subgenres set expectations and help readers navigate the vast world of crime fiction. As a writer, understanding these elements is crucial for crafting stories that resonate with readers. When you know the conventions of your chosen subgenre, you can either follow them faithfully or subvert them in clever, unexpected ways. Take the classic trope of the hard-boiled detective, for instance. You could write a straightforward story about a grizzled PI cracking a tough case, or you could flip the script and create a hard-boiled detective who's secretly a soft-hearted romantic. And here's the thing. While it's important to be aware of genre conventions and reader expectations, you don't want to let them completely dictate your story. The best crime fiction tales are the ones that blend familiar elements with fresh, original twists. Don't be afraid to put your own spin on a classic trope or to mix and match subgenres in exciting new ways. That being said, there are pitfalls to ignoring genre conventions entirely. If you're writing a police procedural but don't include any actual police work, readers are going to feel cheated. Genre conventions exist for a reason, and while it's okay to bend them, you don't want to shatter them completely. So, how do you strike the right balance? The key is to know your crime fiction genre inside and out, but also to stay true to your own unique voice and vision. Read widely in your chosen subgenre, but don't be afraid to put your own stamp on things. Use tropes and conventions as a launching pad, but always be on the lookout for ways to make your crime story stand out from the crowd. At the end of the day, genre, categories, subgenres, and tropes are all tools in a crime writer's arsenal. They're there to help you craft stories that keep readers guessing, gasping, and flipping pages late into the night. But like any tool, they're only as good as the person wielding them. So go forth and write the crime stories that only you can tell. And don't be afraid to shake things up and break a few rules along the way. Remember, as a writer, your ultimate goal is to create a thrilling, immersive experience for your readers. By understanding the expectations of your chosen subgenre and using tropes and conventions in fresh, inventive ways, you'll be well on your way to crafting a crime story that readers won't be able to put down. So, what are you waiting for? Grab that magnifying glass, put on your deerstalker hat, and start unravelling the mysteries of your own crime fiction masterpiece. The game is afoot, and the world of crime fiction is waiting for you to make your mark. Happy sleuthing, and may your stories be as thrilling and unforgettable as the perfect crime. All right, my fellow mystery mavens, that's a wrap on today's episode of The Murder School. I hope you've picked up some valuable tips and tricks for crafting your own killer stories. Remember, the key to writing a gripping murder mystery is to keep your readers guessing until the very end. Before we close the book on this episode, I want to remind you to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a lesson. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and ensures that you'll be the first to know when a new lesson drops. Until next time, keep writing, keep reading, and keep 'em guessing. This is Jackie Sharp, signing off from the Murder School. Remember, the only good murder is a well-written one.